I'm in the future nursery. We are literally dying to get the gender. I feel like I definitely have a bit of a bump on the appointment. Didn't go exactly as we had expected. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another pregnancy vlog. There hasn't been a ton to film or document, but I feel like that's about to change. I'm very excited. I really should have brought up my little like mini tripod because we're gonna chat for a second. Cole is napping or about to be napping. I'm in the future nursery, which is kind of where I wanted to start this video because that's kind of what I've started making moves on. But more exciting and more important, we have our first OB appointment today, which obviously if you would have seen the other pregnancy vlogs up till now, I've been going to, or we've gone to my clinic, my fertility clinic. Even though we didn't actually get pregnant through my clinic, I was already kind of like in the process of going through fertility treatments with them. We had already just had a transfer and we're preparing for another transfer when we got pregnant naturally. So I've just kind of stuck with them and did all of my like HCG blood work, and the initial ultrasound was all with them. So as of today, I'm 10 weeks in 1 day, which is so exciting. I feel like once you get to the double digits, it just starts getting so much more exciting. And I'm less than 2 weeks away from the second trimester, which is also absolutely banana. Things are going so well. My last appointment, I think, was at like 7 weeks and like 2 days or something. So I'm going to the OB now for the first time at 10 weeks and 1 day. It's just like my confirmation visit. So I don't know exactly what to expect because they don't like, I couldn't even make an appointment there until I like graduated from the clinic. They don't actually like let you see both doctors at the same, not like they don't let you see both doctors at the same time, but it's kind of like the clinic is its own thing. And then once you are kind of like released essentially, then you kind of become like a normal OB pregnancy patient. Today is the confirmation visit. So I'm assuming we're gonna probably get to do the Doppler according to like all my apps and everything like that around this time, or even I think starting closer to like 9 weeks, maybe even 8 weeks, you can hear the heartbeat through like your belly, like with a fetal Doppler, rather than having to do like a vaginal ultrasound. I'm assuming we're gonna be able to do the Doppler to hear the heartbeat, and then I think I'll be getting an ultrasound as well, because I remember getting one around this time with my OB last time, like around the 9 to 10 week stage. So I'm assuming that there's gonna be an ultrasound. I didn't like actually ask, and it doesn't like say on my appointment or anything. I'm very excited. Literally, like, I've been counting down the days to this because I'm so freaking excited. And I'm excited to see my normal like OB, the one that obviously like delivered Cole and everything. I think it's gonna be funny to tell her the story because obviously like we did IVF. I kind of alluded at my annual that we were going to be doing like another transfer, so she was kind of like expecting that. So I think it'll be kind of funny to talk to her about how we're pregnant naturally this time, and I don't think I'll be considered high risk. Last time she had me see a high risk doctor, like in addition to seeing her on like the normal basis, I saw the high risk doctor I think like 2 or 3 times for like some extra ultrasounds and things like that. It'll just be a fun visit. I think I'm very excited. We're bringing Cole, so hopefully that goes well. So obviously I will show you guys any video or pictures that I get from the Doppler or the ultrasound or whatever, but we're so excited. And actually, one other thing, the reason I made this appointment, I could have had it sooner, but the reason I made it for after I was at 10 weeks is because typically after 10 weeks you can get your blood work done for the chromosome testing and like the gender testing. But when I called, they wouldn't like let me schedule that during my confirmation appointment, which I don't know why. I'm kind of hoping to like cheat the system and basically have my confirmation appointment, but then just because it's just blood work and they send it off, so it's not like I really need to have like an appointment for this because the doctor doesn't do the blood work. Like you just go to the lab and they draw it. Your doctor just like orders the test. So I'm kind of hoping that we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone today, and I can have my normal confirmation visit, even though the girl said I couldn't technically do both at the same time. I'm hoping I can just ask the doctor while I'm there if she can put in the order for the chromosome and gender like blood test, and then I can just go to the lab like right after the appointment and have that done, because we are literally dying to get the gender. Like we are dying to get the gender. It's like all we've been thinking about. I'm hoping that I can kind of do both today. We want to get it done literally as soon as possible. We are so eager, which is part of the reason why I'm in the nursery, future nursery. Actually, Ken's gifts and Cole's Easter basket are all in here as well. Because this has kind of always been like, I don't know, this room has always just been empty, but it's sort of been like a little bit of the catch-all room. Like the only furniture we have in here is this desk. And so I've always just kind of used it for like secret things because no one comes in here, or just if I need to like have a surface to do things kind of out of the way. But I've kind of decided to kind of let myself start doing some baby type things. We, like last time with Cole, we like had the nursery done by like 20 weeks. We kind of started like going ham kind of early because I wanted everything to be fairly gender neutral, because the original plan was to have his room like be the permanent nursery, and we were gonna like move Cole out of that room whenever we had another baby and kind of give him his own room and like kind of have that always be the nursery. But we've actually changed our mind about that, and Cole's room is just gonna stay Cole's room. At this point, like I feel like that idea like does make sense, but now that it's been Cole's room, it just feels like it's Cole's room, and it would be weird to like make it someone else's room. And I don't even really know how I would like make him a second room. Like I feel like I would just duplicate it because I like his room as it is, and he's not like old enough to have, you know, interests that like we could make him his own room, like a certain theme or something like that. So we've actually totally pivoted on that, which is why we kind of were able to do things sooner with his room. And obviously when we had him, we had nothing, like we had no baby stuff. I was able to just kind of like start getting the basics and the necessities like right away, or at least like research them, like a bassinet and all these things. But obviously on your second kid, you have a ton of stuff. Like there's not a ton more that we really need other than nursery things and like diapers and stuff like that. Like you kind of have, you know, a car seat and the swing and like all of the basics, and we have like a ton of baby toys and all of that. So there's not a ton that we need. But this time around, I want to do things much more gendered for the nursery. So I'm kind of like holding off doing anything, as opposed to last time I just started because I knew I wanted it to be fairly neutral. But this time, now that I know I kind of want to make it pretty gendered, I have to wait till we have the gender to be able to like actually do anything or order anything or even like have a theme. I did like the layout, like I know how I want the room to be set up with like the crib and the glider and the dresser, and I have like just like a general idea of how I want to design the room. But obviously I don't know what color we're gonna do or what theme or what vibe or anything, which is why we are just dying to get the gender so I can like start going ham. And if we're having a boy, obviously I won't even really need to buy anything clothes wise. Like I literally will probably buy like a new going home outfit, but I really won't need to get much at all for a boy. But if we're having a girl, I have a lot of gender neutral stuff, so I think a lot of Cole's clothes will be totally fine. But at the same time, like girls' clothes are so freaking cute, and I'm just a girly girl, so I feel like I'm gonna end up going ham and getting a ton of girl clothes, get all the ruffle things and the pink things and like the leopard print and just like the super cute little like dresses and just everything adorable. So I feel like if it's a girl, I will have the same amount of work plus getting more clothes and bows and like all those things that you get for a girl. Whereas if it's a boy, I only have like the nursery, like they don't have to worry about clothes or outfits or really anything. So depending on the gender, obviously depends on how the nursery is gonna be designed and what kind of stuff we're gonna purchase. Anyway, that's kind of what I've started doing, which is why I want to start this vlog. I just realized I've been talking for ages and that was not my intention, but I kind of started making moves here in the nursery, which is what I wanted to show you guys, and then obviously include the appointment and like just an update. This is basically be like a little bit of a nursery update and then also my first OB appointment. So let me show you some of the stuff I've done and some of the things I've purchased. First of all, look at this freaking rug I got from Home Depot. I can link this down below. How funny is this? Someone shared it on Instagram and I literally had to get it. I think this is just freaking hilarious for like at the door for obviously like delivery drivers and stuff like that. So I got that, and then in this corner I honestly have just started putting some of, I basically just took all of this stuff out of Cole's room and just kind of like rotated it into here, and essentially it's just like super like baby type books and like a baby type toys, like things that he's kind of outgrown, you know, like little rattles and stuff like that, and like baby toys. So that's essentially what's here, you know, little teethers and high contrast books and stuff like that. So I kind of cleared out Cole's room, and then I also grabbed the baby carriers because we don't really carry him a ton anymore. All of the like milestone things, the milestone like picture rug, stuff like that. And then I took out like all the burp cloths and the swaddles from his room since he doesn't need those anymore. Any of like the super tiny bibs. So basically I just took any like super baby type stuff out of his room, and I've just sort of started collecting it over here. And then in terms of a couple of purchases, really not many, but I saw someone share these really adorable, I feel like these are kind of like an older, like classic set of books, but these are kind of like really cool, like textured and sort of interactive, like little baby books. And Amazon had this set of all 3 of them, so I decided to pick this up, and this will go maybe on a shelf or whatever for some books for the baby. Honestly, Cole's book situation is like out of control. He has so many books on his shelf, in his closet, plus he has like a whole basket of books. His book situation is just nuts. So I'm gonna probably take like 50% of his books out of his room so that his room is not overflowing with books, and I'll just put them in the baby's room. But I decided to just get these as just something new for the baby, and then the new baby will just inherit like half of Cole's books. And I'm gonna try not to buy any books like specifically for the baby because we have so many in this freaking house. And I'm actually like very excited that we have somewhere to spread out Cole's books to. Like, I want to clear them out. He just has too many in his room and on his bookshelf and like in his closet, just everywhere. He loves books, so like he enjoys them, but he just doesn't need that many in his room. So I'm actually very excited to be able to like take some out of his room and like clear up some space. And then a couple other random purchases. I showed this in a Marshall's haul that I filmed for a vlog, but I just love this. I literally like just stumbled upon it while I was there, but I loved this like textured vase. It's just kind of like a neutral cream color, and then it's just got, I don't even know what this is, not like pampas grass, but it sort of looks like wheat or something. I just thought that was so cute and simple and neutral. And then at Target, I was like randomly in the dollar spot the other day, and I saw this little rope basket, and then this green little rope basket that kind of has like a little tassel tie. And then this one, these were all in the dollar spot for $5 each, which I feel like is just a really good price. And obviously you can use these for a million things like toys. I was actually thinking the plant that I want to get for the nursery, this will probably be like the basket that I put the plant in. This one just obviously screams nursery, and I love the green of this, and this is obviously very gender neutral. So in terms of things I have here, that's what I purchased, but I kind of went ham last night, and now that I've sort of like given myself the okay to start purchasing things for the nursery, like obviously I just didn't want to buy anything too soon. Target was having buy one get one 40% off of all nursery furniture, which is kind of like a crazy deal. So I ended up ordering, because we're gonna give Cole's crib to this baby, so we're basically gonna move his crib in here, and then we're gonna give him a convertible crib because he's definitely gonna be in a crib for a while longer. But I found a crib that I think it converts like 5 different ways. So it can be a crib, and then kind of like a crib with a railing, and then like a day bed, and then like a full-on toddler bed. It has like a lot of different like ways you can configure it. So I ordered that, and I ordered the glider for this room, like the rocking chair. It's actually a glider, swivel, and recliner. We really like our like nursery chairs to be able to recline. We used that feature a lot when Cole was younger, not so much anymore. And I got like over $100 off of the recliner because it was very expensive. Like I was not about to pay full price for it. And then I got, I think like $50 off of the crib. So I saved like $150 on the order, and I like wasn't planning on getting the crib or the glider like this early, but I like couldn't pass up that sale, and I didn't know A, if they were gonna have that sale again obviously, or B, if things were gonna be in stock, because a lot of the gliders that I liked didn't have the color in stock that I liked. And I feel like just in general you like never know what's gonna be in stock when you want to order it, and I didn't want to risk either A, it not being on sale, because like I said, I was not gonna pay full price, or it being out of stock when it was on sale again, and blah blah blah. So then I ordered the new crib mattress, because obviously Cole will just keep his crib mattress, and then obviously the baby needs a crib mattress. Oh, I ordered the little like hanging plant situation for this nursery, and then I ordered basically everything for the closet. And that's, again, this video's probably already been so long already of me just like chatting and showing you stuff, but mainly what I wanted to show y'all that we're kind of like actually starting with is the closet in this room. I used to use it for just kind of like random storage, because like I said, this room has been like, it's completely empty besides this like desk here, and we've sort of just used it for like random storage in terms of the closet. But now we obviously need the closet space, so I totally emptied it out. Was that yesterday? And honestly, I was like a little bit nervous for like that whole thing, because I kind of stored like a decent amount of stuff in this, and not a ton, like it wasn't full or anything, but I've been using this for storage for like the whole 5 or 6 years we've lived here. So I was just a little bit nervous that it was gonna be like a whole entire project. I was afraid that I wasn't gonna like be able to find a home for the stuff that was in here. But actually, it only took me like 15 minutes to empty this closet out and like organize it. It took me like no time to get everything out of here. And then we actually just moved it into another closet in another room. And I thought we were gonna have to take like everything out of that closet and find somewhere else for that. And I just like thought this was gonna be like a whole domino effect and we weren't gonna like have anywhere for everything to go. And I like stressed out about it for no reason because like I said, it took me no time to empty this. And then we moved everything into another closet and everything fit perfectly fine. Like, I almost feel like everything takes up less space now. I don't know how I did that, but that closet now is like still perfectly organized. There's still a ton of room in it and we didn't have to take anything else that was already in that closet out. So we fit everything that was in here plus what was already in there like super comfortably in one closet. So it was like a non-issue. So that's great news. But basically this is kind of like a big walk-in closet, which is really great. I'm like so jealous of my kids. I had such a tiny closet growing up, but these closets are huge. So basically I got everything emptied out. I have like a couple of toys that were already in here. But the plan for this closet, like I said, we're gonna basically start with the closet since again, we don't really know what we're doing with the nursery in terms of paint or design or anything. For the most part, the whole nursery is just gonna be on hold until I have a game plan, and obviously we have to paint it and stuff. But the closet, I was like, you know what, we're just gonna start with the closet because that does not matter what gender it is. I know exactly what I wanna do with it. It's at least something we can do like start to finish. It doesn't take a ton of time or effort. I'll explain to you what we're gonna do, but I figured the closet was something we could tackle pretty easily and then just like have it totally done and out of the way, and then we can focus on the nursery kind of as its own things. Essentially what we're gonna do here is exactly what we did with Cole's room. I feel like that's what I see so many people do. Like, I feel like once you have one nursery and you like the way it's set up and the way it functions, you just repeat it for every other nursery because like don't fix what's not broken, you know what I mean? So essentially what I did is I ordered 2 more of these wire shelves because these closets are really, really tall and I feel like it's just such a waste of space having like, I don't even know, 4 feet of room above these. Like there's nothing that tall that we need to store. So we did it in Cole's room and it worked out really well as well. We're gonna put another set of wire shelves like kind of right up here for more longer term storage or whatever, just stuff that can kind of be out of the way. So we'll have kind of 2 levels of storage, and then we're gonna do one of those kind of cube organizer type things sort of right here, which we love having for Cole's room because it obviously gives you kind of a counter space and then also gives you a ton of storage. And the one that we got for Cole's room, it's not the best quality honestly, but for the price and how it works and it's just in a freaking closet, it's perfectly good. And it has 12 cubes in it, so it has a ton of storage. Plus I ordered the bins that will, I'm sorry about the focus of this, I ordered the bins that will like slide into the cube unit for additional storage. And then I ordered the hamper, which I got like a corner hamper, like one that's kind of like a V and then rounded. And then I'm gonna be ordering like some over the door racks for behind the door, and then some kind of like hook situation for the wall back here just so we can hang like diaper bags or towels or robes or jackets or anything like that. And we'll be able to kind of like take advantage of this space since obviously like, there's no shelves here or anything like that. That is the plan. I'm super excited because I feel like this is it's kind of a project because we're putting up shelves and building like a piece of furniture, so it's kind of like a whole thing, but it's also very manageable. It doesn't take very long. We don't have to like paint the closet, and then we can get this super functional, have everything ready to go storage wise in here, and then kind of like move on to the nursery. So that was a very long way of explaining the plan for the closet and just kind of like the general idea of the nursery so far, like what I've purchased and what we have in mind. Obviously once the stuff that I ordered online in terms of the glider and Cole's new crib, and once all that stuff gets here, I'll obviously include that in a future pregnancy vlog because I love showing like the nursery stuff on the pregnancy vlogs, like the furniture and the organization and painting and decorating. Like that is one of the most fun parts I think of being pregnant and like anticipating a new baby, is getting to set up their space. And obviously the baby will sleep in our room for the first couple of months, but we started using Cole's nursery immediately. Like even though he slept in our room, he still like, we did his diaper changes in his nursery, and obviously his clothes were in there, so he got dressed in there, and we had toys in there, and we had his glider, so we were like reading and nursing, and we still use his nursery a ton even though he wasn't sleeping in there at night. And I think we started naps in his crib when he was only like 1 month old or something. So I know a lot of people don't like prioritize the nursery a ton when they're pregnant because you don't necessarily need it, but we use it a ton. So we definitely want to get going on. And like I said, I'm the type of person that just, I'm a planner and I like to be ahead on things. So the last thing I want to do is put anything off till the last minute. And I feel like you can get very busy towards the end of your pregnancy with things. And you also can like lose a lot of energy and just like the ability to move around and do a lot of stuff. And obviously we have a toddler, so life is just kind of busy and we don't have unlimited time to do things like we did with him because we had no other kids. We only have, you know, certain windows of the day and stuff like that where we are able to fully focus on stuff like this. I feel like we need to take advantage and just like get stuff done as soon as we can, so that if things get crazy or anything like that, we will have things out of the way and I won't be overly stressed out or anything. That is what is going on. I'm so excited. I'm just giddy. I love like decorating and organizing and planning, and this like sparks so much joy for me. I'm just so excited for all the nursery and just like all the baby things. I'm so excited and thankful to be pregnant, especially naturally. I still can't get over how this all happened and just how this went down. Like everything is just so wild, but we are so freaking blessed and I cannot get over it. Everything is just so exciting right now, and I know I'm blabbering, but these are like, I'm so excited to be here and to be doing this and to be sharing and documenting it again. You'll have to excuse that, but anyway, now that I've gone through all this stuff, I honestly have a little bit more online shopping that I'm doing for the nursery and just like things in general. I need to do that, I need to do some editing, and I will catch up with you guys when we head to the appointment. Actually, real quick, we just got in the balloons for our announcement, like our pregnancy announcement photos. So I ordered these like letter balloons that say Big Bro, and we're gonna like kind of string those up like a banner and then take photos of Cole in front of it. I'm so excited for that. And also something very exciting, I think I have a bump. Like, I was thinking for the longest time, I do not have a bump, I do not have a bump. Like, I don't know when it's going to show up, and I feel like usually they say you start showing a little sooner with your second kid, and I don't remember exactly when, like, I mean, I'm sure I could look back in my notes, but I don't remember exactly when I like felt like I truly had a bump with Cole, but I think I officially can see a little tiny one now, so I figured I would show you guys. So I feel like, I mean, I always have like a little like tummy, like I feel like majority of us do. My stomach is like not perfectly flat, but I feel like I definitely have a bit of a bump. Like I feel like it's showing, you know, like my lower belly is a little rounded. So I feel like I definitely have a little bit of a actual bump going on here at 10 weeks, which is very exciting. But I feel like from the front, like you really can't tell. Like you can still see my abs from the front, and I feel like I don't look any different from this view. I only really look like I have anything going on from the side. So yeah, I feel like at like 9.5-ish weeks is when I like really started to notice it, just because it's like so low down here that I was like, okay, I think it's like not just me being bloated, because I've been so bloated, especially when I was on the like estrogen and all that stuff, and just being pregnant, you can like tend to be bloated. So I was like, I don't know what's like bloat and what's belly, but now like I feel like I definitely have a little bit of belly, which is so exciting. But I feel like for the longest time, you just look like you gained weight. Like this doesn't look like a pregnant belly to like the average person. It just looks like I have a little bit of chub. So I feel like there's this very weird stage in pregnancy where you just look fat. So I feel like I'm gonna be there for a little while. Alrighty, we just got out of my appointment. I had some cold brew. They forgot my food, so Ken is inside getting that. Bug. He thinks there's bugs on the sunroof, but it's just like those little things that follow the tree that like spin. It's not a bug, baby, don't worry. But we just had the appointment and everything was so good, except we didn't do an ultrasound, so we're gonna come back in 2 days and get the ultrasound. Oh, here's Ken. I'll update you in a minute. Okay, we're home now. Ken is putting Cole up. Oh my gosh, so I have cheese. We just at chips and queso that I was snacking on. But yeah, Cole only took like a 35-minute nap earlier, and he usually sleeps for like at least 2 hours, sometimes 3. So 35 minutes is like nowhere near sufficient. So I don't know, I think his tooth, his like one canine tooth came in not too long ago, and I think his other one, like I saw like the tiniest bit poking through this morning, so I think he's teething. We brought his teether to my appointment and he was literally gnawing on it, like didn't put it down. His teeth clearly are bothering him, so hopefully he gets a little bit more sleep in, because typically when he has like a really bad day of sleep, we don't have a very good night of sleep. Having my cold brew on the appointment didn't go exactly as we had expected, but I think because we go to the clinic, it's just a little different for them and a little different for us, or it's just like not a normal like a confirmation appointment, because we've already had, you know, some testing done and we've already had an ultrasound and stuff like that. But she took like cultures to do I guess whatever like the prenatal testing is for that, like the culture swab, and I did a urine sample. But then I think the nurse said that they didn't need that, because my last pregnancy, you did a urine sample every single time you came in for an appointment to check for, I guess, like high levels of proteins in terms of, I think that's what they check for, like protein concentration for preeclampsia or maybe any other like infections that you could have. I don't know for sure. But they said that they don't do that for every single appointment anymore, which I guess is kind of nice. I won't have to worry about doing that every single time. And then we did do the Doppler, which I was very, very, very excited about. I didn't film it. I kind of wish I had, but I was just locked in, especially when it's like early and it's so small. Sometimes the Doppler can be a little tricky, you know, to find the heartbeat. I feel like a very small part of me just like holds my breath, and it was in the 170s, so it was a really good, fast, strong heartbeat, which I was so excited about. But then we didn't do the ultrasound. The nurse that was like checking me in said that I wouldn't do an ultrasound since I already had one. But then when I talked to my actual doctor, she said that I could do one, but the tech wasn't available. So we scheduled an ultrasound for Thursday, and like I said, today is Monday, so in a couple days from now. So I might make that like a separate vlog, because I feel like this video is already kind of long. And I was able to have the chromosome and gender testing ordered, which I was super excited about. So I talked to her about that, because I was like, can you like just put that order in since we're already here? And I was already getting blood work done for just like regular prenatal blood work, which actually I kind of wanted her to check my iron in my blood work, but I didn't ask her about that. Maybe I should message her, because I've been taking an iron supplement for a really long time. I don't know where oh, it's right there. I've been taking an iron supplement for a long time because I was postpartum, like freshly postpartum. I got my blood work done and my iron was just like a little low, but obviously like that was a long time ago. So I'm kind of wondering if I still need my iron supplement or not. So maybe I should have asked about that. But she was able to order the chromosome and gender blood work in addition to like whatever regular blood work they were gonna do anyway. So I was in the blood work chair, like in the lab. I was sitting there for such a long time. I'm pretty sure she took like 4 or 5 vials, like she just kept going. So that was fun, but thank you. We're really excited because we could basically... Is he asleep already?
No, but he seemed very tired.
Oh my gosh, how did he get him? My stuffed animal is literally like over top of his, like the back of his head. It takes like 10 business days, so like 2-ish weeks, up to 2 weeks. So it's kind of crazy and exciting that we could like, obviously it's not gonna come like tomorrow, but we could get the gender like basically any day now, which is exciting. Yeah. So that's basically what happened. We just like chit-chatted, told her the story of how like this is a natural pregnancy and I have like the exact same due date again. I told her I want to have a C-section again, and she's like, yeah, but like, are you married to that idea? Like, could you maybe not? Like, are you open to maybe not? And I definitely am open to not. I kind of want to have a C-section just because I kind of want it to be scheduled so that Cole and this baby don't have like the exact same birthday. And I feel like with a toddler, like in terms of getting someone to watch him, I feel like having it scheduled would just be convenient. But it's not that I'm even against like a VBAC. I'm just kind of against being induced again, because last time I was induced, it just like, it didn't work, like nothing. I didn't really like progress. My epidural like stopped working. I was there being induced for like 2 days. Like just nothing happened for like 2 days. And then obviously I pushed for forever and had to have an emergency C-section. And then obviously after a C-section, you're in the hospital for like 2 or 3 days after that. So we were just in the hospital for like ever. It felt like 5 days, I think it was. Whereas typically you'd only be there for like 2 or 3. So I just really don't want to be induced again, because I just don't want to go through that. So I didn't sleep or eat for like 48 hours, and I just like don't want to go through that. Like whether I do a vaginal delivery or have a C-section, I just can't go through. I literally felt like I was dying. Like after the first like 36 hours, I literally felt like death. And so I don't think I could have pushed out a baby, and on the operating table, I literally was like so out of it. So anyway, that's just like kind of my thoughts on the situation. So we'll see how big the kid is, because that's a big part of it. If we have another like almost 10-pound baby, like I'm not trying to push that out. We're just gonna do a C-section, but I guess we'll see. Yeah, it was a really great appointment. I'm kind of excited that we get to have the ultrasound in a couple days. It's kind of nice that it's like a separate appointment just for Cole's purposes, not to like be at the doctor forever and ever. And it was so funny. My doctor was like, you know what? I was looking at planners on YouTube and I saw you had a video about it. And she didn't know I do YouTube, which I don't like advertise it or anything, but I also like don't hide it or anything. So it was kind of funny that she like stumbled upon my videos, and I was like, I'm actually glad to know that YouTube is recommending my videos when people are searching for planners or whatever. So anyway, that was kind of funny. It's almost 4 o'clock and this kid is not looking like he's trying to take a nap. So I got nothing done during his first nap because he didn't have a first nap. So I'm gonna run around a little bit, and I think that's probably gonna wrap up this vlog. I feel like it was like quite chatty. I wish I had the Doppler footage or like ultrasound footage or pictures or anything to include in this video. Stay tuned because the next pregnancy vlog, I think I want to do a little like tiny haul of just a couple like bump friendly dresses. I love being pregnant. Like I love having babies in October. Now that's my second time because being pregnant in the summer, I know a lot of people have different opinions about this, but for me being pregnant in the summer is the best because I just love wearing kind of like tighter dresses, and I feel like they show off the bump really well, but they're super comfortable and like breathable. So I got a couple more dresses, kind of like bump friendly. They're not maternity. Well, one of them is, but they're just like cute little bump dresses. And I'm gonna try a bump suit. I ordered off Amazon, like one of those like kind of leotard, almost like full like shorts and top jumpsuits almost, but it's shorts, but it's meant for maternity. So I ordered one of those as well. So I figured I'll do a little haul and then I'll show you guys some ultrasound pictures. We're probably honestly gonna have the closet done at some point in the next vlog as well. So maybe that will be in it too. So a lot of good things to come, so stay tuned. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. If you would like to subscribe, we'd love to have you. We have so much fun here. And until next time, I will see y'all in our next video. Bye guys.